Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and I really do hope that you all are doing really great in your lives. And I've already wasted a lot of my time adjusting the camera and this and that. And I'm also very thirsty, but I'm not drinking water because my bottle is empty. No, there is some water in it, so let me drink it first and then I'll speak. Okay, so now I'm back with my full attention over this video, and today's video is going to be that why I started writing poetry. So in case if you don't know me, it's okay, and in case if you do not know that I write poetry, it's okay. In case if you do not know that I love poetry, it's okay. In case if you do not know that it's my heart, it's okay. But let me tell you that everything which I spoke right now is true. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that thing, that why I started writing it, how I started writing it. It's going to be a little kind of a story type kind of a video, story time kind of a video. So let's begin with it. Let me adjust the camera once more. Okay, so we're gonna start with it. I don't know whether to narrate the story in English or Hindi, but let us go with the flow. Whatever comes to my mind, I'll be speaking that anyway. So if in one word I would say the reason not the reason, but how I started writing poetry, then the one word answer for that will be Carrie Minati. Miss, who is gonna believe that? Oh, you started writing poetry? Who motivated you to write poetry? Carrie Minati? Let me explain. तो लॉकडाउन का वक्त था. It was 2020 and I was scrolling through my shorts. I guess that time, yeah, of course, I wasn't over Instagram. I came over Instagram in 2023. I also mentioned in my previous videos, but that's not a topic. So in 2020, I did not had Instagram. I used to watch YouTube reels, and one reel randomly came to my feed, and that was Carrie Minati, that means Ajay Nagar, and he was in front of the crowd over the stage, and the crowd was like screaming his name. Okay, Carrie, 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 and it was like how do I say? Like, let's suppose this is the surface of the floor. Okay, I'm like, how do I explain it to you all? I'm like, actually kneeled down. He actually kneeled down. Okay, how do I explain? Okay, and I'm a person who, if I am having a favorite poet, or if I'm having a favorite person, if I'm having like even my friends, so one of the things which is very common in every person which I follow, whom I follow, is that they're really very grateful, they're really very grounded. No matter how big personalities they are, they're really there was a quote which I wrote, which I did not wrote. Sorry, I read it. So it was that. आसमां बुलंदी पे जो इतराता है भूल जाता है कि ज़मीं से नज़र आता है. So no matter how big personality you are, but you have to be grounded. You are grounded. That is a kind of I guess a leader or a person or personality whom I follow. So I saw that video and I was like, who is this person? Like, the crowd is shouting his name and he's like just kneeling down and all that. I searched, okay, Karen, I don't know. I wasn't knowing anything about him, okay. Then I searched, and then I watched his rap videos, okay. And then eventually I thought of the concept of writing raps and all. So I searched, okay, that how do we write raps, how do we write songs. And the first one I wrote was a very like betuka sa thing. I don't have that thing. I was in my village and I wrote it. एकदम फालतू सा था. हम गिरे गड्ढे में गड्ढे से. I don't even remember anything what I wrote and what it was, but that was what I wrote for the first time. Like, proper thing. I always used to write since my childhood as well, like my dear diary thing. Okay, because I was a very kind of a dear diary thing, dear diary kind of a person. Okay, this happened. Okay, I'm gonna share it to my dear diary. Annie Frank person. Anyway, so yeah, I liked writing, but not that complete poetry kind of writing. But yeah, I did that. I was in standard 6 that time, and in a standard 6 only online classes were held at that time, and we used to have our Kavya Goshti and all that online only, where people who who used to write their own poems used to narrate that. Okay, so we used to have that in a class online mode only. So I used to participate in that, and the first poem I wrote, I still have that poem with me, was that इस बार नहीं इन्हें स्वतंत्र बनाए. इट वॉज अबाउट द पंछी जो कि केज में रहते हैं, बंद रहते हैं, एंड दे आर डिप्राइव्ड फ्रॉम द फ्रीडम, एंड आई रोट अबाउट इट. I still have the first poem in my first ever poetry wala diary. So I still have that. I was in standard 6th or 7th, and from there I started writing. So that was how I started. That as simple as that. I not used to follow Karinati a lot. I still do not follow Karinati a lot. No offense, and not a fan of someone, but the only thing which I liked, like what I take from people, what I intake, what qualities that I like. Okay. So when I saw that person being called by different, like many people over there, with like he was amongst the crowd, and then he kneeled down, the way that gratitude, I saw that gratitude. So then I searched for the person, then I saw Yalgar. Then one more song I remember, his song, which I don't remember the title, but I remember the lyrics, which was पकड़ो मेरा हाथ, कूदो तुम ऊंचाई से, जाओगे नीचे नहीं और भी ऊंचाई पे, जहाँ पे जीत की आवाज़ भी सुनाई दे, इस बात की मेरी पूरी ज़िंदगी गवाही दे. So yeah, I used to watch his rap songs so much. Okay, these 1 or 2 rap songs, and yeah, so that is when I started writing, and one more thing, I wrote over Among Us as well, me and my big bro. Okay, so now he's, by the way, doing a job, so he's like far more older than me. So that was a time when we used to play Among Us a lot, and we both like मज़े में we wrote it, and I still have that thing, that written thing, that जब हम खेले Among Us, इलेक्ट्रिकल में फंगस, रेड है इम्पोस्टर, वाइट है क्रू. Anything rhyming we used to like add in that, but that has a meaning at least, not like the first poem I wrote. And so that was how I started writing poetry. I love it. Out of everything which I do, like I love dancing as well. When I was in standard 4th and 3rd or 4th, I wanted to learn classical dance. I also said it to my mother, but once or twice maybe. I used to open a YouTube video, and I used to practice that. I used to love dance so much. Before that, I used to love art, painting, craft so much. After that, I also liked wanted to play instruments and learn instruments, piano and then guitar and everything, and music I liked so much. After that, it's poetry. Out of everything, poetry is the best. I love doing it because it's the best. I've heard people say that when they worship their work, like when I went in MUN, JHMUN, organized by JHMUN, so they were like the host and all, so they were like, it's not boring, it's really very interesting, and trust me that whenever I get bored, I personally do MUNs. So that was her call. Okay, Similarly, if I say about me, then when I get exhausted, when I get sad, when I get happy, I write, I do poetry. Maybe on stage, maybe on camera, maybe in my home, in my room, on my chair, on the floor. Yeah, I literally, I dance, I perform, I fall, I jump, I sing, I do everything in poetry. So it's my way of escaping in a positive way, and this is how I started. So you do not need a good start, just start it. That is what is more important. Yes, I also wanted to say over this thing that post whatever you want to, whatever you wish to, and do whatever you wish to. Until unless, I always mention this condition, that until unless it's not hurting the sentiment of the other person, do whatever you want to. Do not think of what people are going to think, because people are always going to judge you. We say that, okay, do not think about the four people because they are concentrated over themselves. No, they will look at you, they will judge you. Let me tell you the reality, not because I know every reality of the world, but because they are going to judge you, they are going to talk over your back. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. You do your work, doesn't matter. You are yourself, they are themselves. They are doing what they are showing what they are, who they are. You are you. You make you, and you know what you want to make, how you want to make yourself as, whom you make yourself like. You know whom to be motivated with, you know whom to follow, you know what to do, you know what not to do. Make mistakes, correct them, move on. So that was the thing. Let me tell you, I post anything over YouTube, I post anything over Instagram, I post anything. And since 2023, I'm doing this thing only. I'm posting anything over any platform. And sometimes I do think that what people are going to think, not the people whom I do not know, not the people who are strangers to me, but the people who know me, the people whom I know. They're the ones who are going to follow you, they're the ones who are going to watch all your stories, but never going to engage in any of the stories. Maybe they also are gonna send your stories to one another person and gonna talk on your behind, maybe good things, maybe bad things, but that doesn't matter. Today as well, while posting, like before posting, I was thinking what to do, what to not. I made a video. I usually do not put effort over searching for filters and putting it over my videos or captions or so and so, because sometimes I make effort. I do put effort over posting and editing the video. Sometimes I just want to post it anyway because I want to do that for myself by heart. So I not put that much of effort over putting it. So I sometimes I do think that, okay, shall I put a little bit of effort in that? Shall I do something? Shall I enhance something? Shall I put a filter over? And shall I search for, like, put effort in and time over searching for a good caption or so and so? But then I think that every time you cannot be performative, you have to be real at certain point of time, and that is what makes you, and you're doing it, of course, as a self-expression at particular point of time. So you do not need to worry at all, because if you are going to worry this much every time, then you're gonna skip that at the end of the time, and at the end of the day you'll be so exhausted that you spend so much of your time and effort, also energy, in searching for those all things which never matter, because people are not going to engage that much in your content. The thing which matters is that you are improving over your skills. Your skills are something which matters, not the way you appear in your videos. It's that just be confident, just be you, just be a little tolerable. Do not just wake up and just come over the camera. I also do just wake up and come over the camera, but at least I try to be in a kind of mannered way, I think, which people can, like, how people can tolerate me. So I believe that with basic of decency, whatever we do should not be judged, but even if people do, then it's not your problem. You must keep going. You must not worry about things. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really do hope that you connected with this video. And if you have any worries and regarding these things, then just let me tell you, not because I'm a very experienced person, but because I follow this thing in my life, is that you have only one life to live. You live it fully. Do not think too much. And also, one of the quotes which I read, yesterday or today, that you get everything not at the peak of your struggle, but when you surrender. So surrendering yourself is really very important to the Almighty, or to the Supreme Energy, or maybe to yourself. If you are an atheist, it's okay. Whomever you believe in, if you believe in yourself, just surrender in yourself that okay, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Just keep going and keep going and keep going. Keep up.